也还是可以再进的嘛。
Recently, the Game Award ceremony came to an end with Black Myth Wukong winning the Best Action Game and Player's Voice Choice. However, TGA's Game of the Year award was ultimately given to Sony's Astrobot, which surprised everyone, right? Founder and CEO of Game Science, the producer of Black Myth Wukong, Fengji, also posted a long article on Weibo about this. However, it was this article that caused a huge uproar. Although many foreign players still support Fengji, some foreign media and writers took advantage of this and claimed that Fengji's article was extremely dissatisfied with these results based on the English machine translation of his article. Fengji was very arrogant and boasted about himself, making sharp and sarcastic complaints and attacks. This sparked a heated discussion among many foreign netizens and players. But is Fengji really arrogant? As a native Chinese who grew up speaking Chinese, in today's video I will help you to understand exactly what Fengji said in his long article and what he wanted to express indeed. Let me first show you the original Chinese version of Fengji's article and let me, a Chinese person, explain what he said. Let's first take a look at the first part. This award ceremony coincides with our release of a relatively large update of the Black Myth Wukong. For me, the project that took 7 years can now be considered officially concluded. The 4 award nominations for Black Myth Wukong, Best Action Game, the Art Direction, Best Game Direction, Game of the Year are the first achievements of Chinese game. Finally, Wukong won the Best Action and Player's Voice awards. Especially the Player's Voice award is really gratifying. But it must be admitted that there are losers, regrets, and more importantly, letting go of fantasies. Okay, Fengji's statement here is from Chairman Mao's let go of illusions and prepare for struggle. It is to express that he does not have excessive illusions about TGA, thinking that it is really important for absolutely objective and perfect. Many foreign players also hold the same view, including well-known game YouTubers such as Emotional God, GJX, who believe that TGA is unfair because Black Myth Wukong is a Chinese game. Therefore, Fengji's statement to let go of illusions means that he's more prepared to focus his energy and time on the quality of the game itself and no longer have illusions about these awards. Okay, let's continue. The games shortlisted this year are all excellent, but I really didn't understand what the criteria for this year's Game of the Year are. I come for freaking nothing. Okay. Part 1 ends. In this part, Fengji first summarizes expressing both the joy of winning the award and the disappointment. The phrase "I came here for freaking nothing" can easily cause misunderstandings among foreign friends, makes people think that Fengji is cursing or complaining maliciously. However, in Chinese, this term is more of a modal particle with a very low degree of insult or curse. It is more of a common daily life word in China. You can always hear people say "in our daily lives. Like, 这饭太他妈好吃了 This food is so freaking good 你太他妈好看了 You're so freaking beautiful That's it, okay? Take it easy. Okay, now let's move to the part 2. From yesterday until now, I've always seen strong dissatisfaction and unwillingness from many players' comments, mostly expressed in a humorous and ironic way, making me LOL. Oh, as a Chinese person, I need to explain this to you. Because TGA awarded Goldie to Astrobot, and so it has caused many Chinese netizens heated discussion under ridiculous such as Cainiao Station, a Chinese app. It's app about the express delivery, okay? Every time you bought anything from Taobao and you can get your information of the shipment on the Cainiao application. Because its logo is very similar to Astrobot, so it has been criticized by many Chinese netizens overnight. And Chinese netizens have created new jokes based on Astrobot, such as, well, Black Myth must win the award. Wait, FF7 is also good. Hold on, Shadow of the Elder Tree is also okay, right? What the hell is Astrobot? This joke can be usually used as this. Who is the greatest YouTuber in the world? Well, Mr. Beast must win the award. Wait, Speed is also good. Hold on, PewDiePie is also okay, right? What? Who the fuck is South China? Okay? Okay, so yes, we just get so small amount of the subscribers, so obviously we can't win the GOTY, right? Similar jokes have been very popular on the Chinese network during this period, which is very funny. Let's continue. I fully understand and empathize with these frustrations because I know what behind these feelings is not pain and malice, but self-esteem and confidence. Here too, we need to explain that Fengji's dissatisfaction is not only his personal feelings, but also the feelings of the entire Chinese game industry. Because Black Myth is the first AAA game masterpiece in China, a milestone in the history of Chinese game, which has been placed high hopes by so many Chinese players, but the results are not satisfactory. So which has caused great dissatisfaction among many Chinese people, not just Fengji's own feelings. Let's keep on. Being so confident but not receiving recognition from others, having a bit of temper is normal. Well, this is not just Fengji's personal emotions, but also his comfort to his employees, colleagues, and partners, because everyone has put in many years of hard work for the Black Myth Wukong, but has not achieved these accepted goals. Fengji is comforting themselves. I'm actually more confident than you guys. Refer to my first answer at Zhihu. Here, Zhihu is a Chinese app you can think about. It is a Chinese version of Quora, and where you can ask people the questions and get some answers. Fengji wrote an article in Zhihu in 2020 to express his confidence about Black Myth Wukong and willing to continue to improve the game to satisfy every player. So we can see that he's very confident and modest instead of arrogant. I wrote my acceptance speech for TGA 2 years ago, but surprisingly didn't have the chance for it. While this sentence is also easily misunderstood by many foreign friends, it is very easy for foreigners to understand that Fengji is very arrogant. But as a Chinese person, I can easily see that this part is more of Fengji's jokes and self-mockery, and not very serious. We can see from the following crying face emoji. It is a very common emoji in China used to express emotions such as loss and self-mockery, without any feelings of criticism or hatred. During the development process of the game, many colleagues were not as optimistic as me. They may have played too many intermediate versions and inevitably feel that there are too many flaws in this game, and it is unlikely to be released on time. My main job in the company is to constantly comfort them that we have done a great job and our products are constantly improving. Yes, you can't just be confident when you have already won. That's not confidence, it's a repetition of the results. Okay, hold on. These few sentences are very interesting. Fengji is saying that we cannot just focus on the results and make games just to win awards. The love of players and the quality of games are what truly deserve our confidence and effort. I love today and may lose tomorrow, but so what? The factors that affect the results are too complex, so the results are inevitably uncertain. The only thing we can be certain of is choosing what we are doing right now. Do concrete things, do difficult things, do things you believe in. When doing these things, of course, one should be confident. Here, I have to explain why Fengji said these words again. The difficult things mentioned here are the difficulties in China. In China, most of games are just low-quality mobile games or online games that are mainly focused on how to make money, how to take the money out of your pocket. For example, Honor of Kings is a typical one. It earns 100 million yuan a day, but the development difficulty is much less than that of Black Myth Wukong, obviously, right? However, Black Myth Wukong only earned 4 billion yuan in 4 years. It is much lower than other gaming industries. Therefore, most Chinese investors and big companies are unwilling to make console games. After reading this part, everyone should understand that Fengji is mainly comforting himself, urging himself and players who love Black Myth Wukong not to lose confidence, but to have confidence in the future. Okay, let's keep moving on. Some people say that for a team that has never made a console game before, achieving such success in their first console game is very lucky, and it will be difficult to appear in the future. I want to say that this is not a coincidence. It is the inevitable result of the collision between Chinese culture, Chinese talents, Chinese business environment, Chinese gaming industry, and players from all over the world. If we haven't seen this inevitably early on, we wouldn't have made this choice so firmly. This is not gambling, it's just following the trend. Game Science is fortunate to have participated in and witnessed the beginning of this trend. I believe that in the future, there will be more peers who will bring Chinese stories which are of higher quality, more interesting, and more confident to the world. Well, as you can see from this part, Fengji is talking about the reason why Wukong can succeed, which are the greatness of Chinese culture and the development of the Chinese economy environment. his company is lucky enough to have caught up with the changes in China in recent years and has achieved great achievements with this trend. He hopes that in the future, China can have more and better games to offer the players around the world. We have to talk about Fengji's life experience here. He's a person who loves the game industry so much. For game, he even gave up the postgraduate entrance examination and joined a game company as a game planner in 2004. In 2014, he founded Game Science in order to make such a good game as Black Myth Wukong. He went through many hardships. For example, he once made a game called God of War, which was the predecessor of Black Myth. But it was a failure due to Tencent's poor operational strategy, which is a great pity. And he also made a short film to satirize himself. Then, here comes to the fourth part. There is a saying that almost everyone knows, but most people don't know. It comes from Journey to the West. Nothing is difficult if you put your heart into it. In my understanding, this sentence does not mean that any difficulty can be overcome as long as it's willing, but it means that with a mindset of facing difficulties head-on, difficulties and failures are not so scary, and they will not easily defeat you. A life that can handle unavoidable difficulties calmly will also lead to a more secure life. Because it is difficult, it is very interesting. Well guys, you can see from this part that it is actual Fengji's self-encouragement. He's encouraging himself not to give up his goals because of failure and difficulties, but to bravely face difficulties and setbacks and embrace challenges. Next one, let's go to the next part. Why is my company called Game Science? When we decided to use mathematics, physics, and the basic science engineering derived from them to analyze and solve specific problems without delving into mysticism, deification, or putting the cart before the horse, we can truly see the complex world and see why our big opponents are really powerful. If someone asserts that something is difficult and profound without mentioning specific questions, arguments, or logic, you may want to test their partial differential equations. Science is not truth, it is pursuing truth with a pragmatic attitude. Okay, here Fengji is introducing the origin of the name Game Science Company, his pragmatic and serious life philosophy and values, which are also his fundamental philosophies for making games, doing things, and being a person. Okay, let's move on. In fact, being able to create games and play games is already a very lucky thing for just a small group of people. There are still many people in this world who have no chance to play so-called AAA games, and there are many people who have not used consoles and computers. There are many people who feel lost, painful, and even hopeless about the current situation, and many who are suffering from hardship and injustice. I think the more we do this, the more we need to create better games and create content that allows more people to feel the truth, goodness, and beauty. I've always believed that the greatest value of a good game is to make this distribution of happiness in this world more equitable. The road is still long and hard, but we have been getting stronger. Here, Fengji shared his views on the value of games. He believes that games can make more people in the world feel happy, bring happiness and beauty to more people, and he will continue to work hard to overcome difficulties and obstacles. Then we come to the last part. Finally, I hope that the story of Black Myth Wukong can give some courage to those who are still lost and allow more people who are still exploring in the darkness to see a glimmer of light and continue to move forward with a calm mind. I hope everyone can continue to have confidence and ambition, maintain courage, honesty, and kindness, conscientiously do every specific small things well, accept uncertain results calmly, and work on the path of learning from experience until the last moment of life. As Hemingway once said, the world is beautiful and worth fighting for. Okay, Fengji finally made a concise ending, hoping that the game Black Myth Wukong can bring hope and value to people. He hopes everyone can be optimistic and strong like Wukong, fight forever, and live well. This is all that Fengji's long article aims to convey. Now that we have read what Fengji said, we can understand that he mainly took this opportunity to express his views on the game, life, and the world. He talks about his motivations, beliefs, and values when it comes to making games. His overall emotions are self-encouraging, optimistic, and positive. Not all of the anger, dissatisfaction, or arrogance that some people say, but rather a bit of self-mockery. But when we read some articles, the authors are using some stiff and rigid machine translation, taking out of context and completely distorting Fengji's true meaning. For example, this article. Black Myth Wukong's producer seems pissed he didn't win Game of the Year. It can be said to be a representative among them. In this article, the author mainly uses two methods to completely distort Fengji's meaning. The first is to omit the main part. We have just read Fengji's original article and can see that the meaning talked about his own ideas, values, and dreams. The content related to TGA is only a very small part, but this article only shows the ChatGPT and Google translation of the first part of the Fengji's article, making foreign friends who don't know the truth think that Fengji's article is all expressing opinions or complaining about TGA. The second thing the author did was to change Fengji's emotions, for example, this one. But as I just explained before, here Fengji is expressing a kind of self-mockery and a sense of loss, and the emoji with a crying face has always been omitted from this article. It even added an exclamatory mark, completely distorting Fengji's meaning, presenting it as Fengji arrogantly expressing anger and dissatisfaction. This undoubtedly makes many foreign listeners and players misunderstood Fengji and Black Myth Wukong. But after watching our video, everyone will know that Fengji did not mean that at all. I hope this video can help everyone recognize the truth, gain a deeper understanding of Black Myth Wukong and Fengji himself, and overcome the lies and falsehoods. Okay, this is video for today. Thanks for watching, and if you like our video and want to know more truths about China, please make sure to subscribe our channel and see you in the next video.